What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue number 5. After the last issue, it appears that Pariah has won. His Dark Army currently on the move, getting ready for its invasion of Earth. All while our Titans, they are trying to come together, getting ready for one last battle against Deathstroke and his whole Dark Army. The only question now, can they survive without the Justice League? Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright guys, so as we pick up with issue number 5 of Dark Crisis, we get a quick little map of the multiverse. With Earth Zero at the very center of it, we are seeing the Great Darkness. It is beginning to infect everything, and nobody knows that more than Black Adam. Currently on Earth Zero, fighting against the Legion of Doom. They have all become infected by the Great Darkness and Deathstroke's army. And while Black Adam, he finds himself completely outnumbered. And though that doesn't mean that he is going to be defeated or that he has failed, the odds do look very grim for him. Lucky for him, this is where we see Mr. Terrific and the others. They open up a portal. They see the craziness that is going on. They grab hold of Black Adam and they get him back through that portal, trying to figure out why they came to save Black Adam. Nightwing lets him know that his Justice League communicator was still on, but they also went and got him so they could do some scans and figure out what's going on. Mr. Terrific was able to do some scans on Deathstroke and some of his army. According to Mr. Terrific, Slade Wilson is the key to everything, because not only are they attacking heroes, but they are spreading the Great Darkness. And as this darkness grows, so too does the darkness in the multiverse. They are currently on the edge of a massive crisis. And so Nightwing tells Oracle to put out the call. Everyone needs to come back to the Hall of Justice. And though this may direct Deathstroke and his army directly to the Hall, this is exactly what Nightwing is planning for. Because if Deathstroke wants a fight, Nightwing is ready for round 2. That is when we are taken to Pariah. He is seeing the return of the Infinite Earths, each of them side by side, intertwining with one another like strands of DNA. And with him are the Great Darkness's generals, from Doomsday to Darkseid. It is all a matter of time before he unleashes them on Earth Zero. And while he sits here and he prepares for what is about to happen, Kyle Rayner and Joe, they both let him know that as long as Hal and Barry are still alive, that there is always going to be some kind of hope the Justice League are brought back together. The only problem, Pariah is hoping this happens. In fact, he is counting on it. And that is what takes us to Earth Batman. We have Barry Allen who's going toe to toe with the Batman. But ever since the last time the Flash had been here, Batman came prepared, throwing some kind of device that pulls the Speed Force from Barry Allen. It drags him down like a ball and chain, making it so he can't run at his regular speed. But this means Hal Jordan has recognized something. Batman knows who he is. He came prepared. That means Bruce is still in there. And this prison world, it is fading. So is the illusion. Hal Jordan seeing his Green Lantern ring return to him. It had only been invisible inside of Earth Batman. Using sheer willpower, he is able to make his ring come back and get his full power back. And when Batman goes in for Hal Jordan creates a light construct of the Bat family, letting him know that this world is not real. This is the real world. This is your real family. And that is when Bruce wakes up from this illusion. The only question, how do we make the others see that their worlds are not real? How do we show them the lies? And of course, Bruce already knows to go to the one person that is all about truth. And so as we jump back over to Earth Zero, we see that the Great Darkness, it is spreading more and more with every moment. corrupting and infecting every single Earth that is inside this multiverse. Right now, Nightwing is letting all of our heroes know that we have to stop it, that we have to make our stand right here, right now, with the JSA being tasked to figure out how the Great Darkness is spreading and try to contain it. We see this take place in Dark Crisis: The Deadly Green, the last issue we just covered in the last video that was just uploaded. And this leaves all of the Titans to stand their ground and face against Deathstroke. The kids of Teen Titan Academy, they also want to join in the fight. They don't want to sit back and do absolutely nothing. Under regular circumstances, Nightwing would never allow this to happen. But with the situation at hand, they need all hands on deck. This is when we see Superboy come into the room, letting it be known that the Great Darkness is not controlling Pariah, that Pariah's mind has corrupted it. They weren't able to find out how, but they were able to extract his original antimatter chamber. With Damian Wayne having some kind of plan, him and Dr. Light, they go off to do their own thing. This is when we see Wally West, Wallace West, and Jesse, letting them know that they have incoming, because outside the Hall of Justice is Deathstroke and his army. He warned them not to come together. He warned them not to be heroes. And now their reckoning is upon them. And while Nightwing and all the heroes, they go out to face this, Black Adam lets them know that you are crazy, that if you do this, the Great Darkness will spread to you, it will take you over, and it will be the end of this Earth. Letting them know that the multiverse, it will not be saved by children, that you are not the Justice League. And Nightwing knows that they never were. They have always been Titans. And so the Titans together, they go in, they charge this battle, and the fight begins. That is what takes us over to the Kent farm. We have Clark Kent sitting here looking at a picture of his child and of his wife. As the black lightning cracks along the sky, the other heroes, they have been rescued and they have been brought here. Not sure how this would go, getting ready to use the lasso of truth to show Clark Kent the world that he is living in is not real. He already knows this. And all of them recognize that Clark, learning this information, he is relatively calm. And Batman lets it be known that Superman is angry. When he is really calm, it is because he is really angry. Clark had tried to escape so many times over the years, but the world would never let him do so. So instead, he studied it. Pariah used their minds to build these dream worlds, and so he became lucid. This place is only a prison as far as their imagination will let it be. And Pariah thought that he might be able to trap them here. But Superman knew that this was a world without a Justice League. This is where we see Superman more or less transformed into what looks like crisis energy, telling the others that if they all focus on what is real, their mental connection will help break down the construct that they are currently in. This is when Pariah, preparing for his world to finally return, he notices that something is wrong. The infinite Earths are unstable. He is losing power. He needs more worlds and more heroes. As he turns his attention to the Green Lanterns, Joe and Kyle Rayner, about ready to turn them into their own worlds. This is where we have the arrival of our Justice League. Superman letting Pariah know that this is over. The only problem, Pariah says that he killed them, that their very existence is tied to the worlds created in their image, that if these worlds die, they will be erased. Meanwhile, on Earth Zero, our Titans are battling with everything they can. Trying to fight through the forces, they are unable to reach Deathstroke. As the lightning in the sky begins to crack, Jonathan Kent is recognizing that they are too late. Pariah is about to be transported to Earth Zero, with Clark Kent unable to stop Pariah before he leaves. Pariah's powers, given to him by the Monitor, they pull him towards a world on the verge of destruction. Right now, that is Earth Zero. Lucky for the heroes on Earth Zero, Deathstroke and his forces, they have pulled back. Not really sure why, not sure what is going on. That is, until there is a giant explosion. The Justice League not sure on what to do, because if what Pariah had said is true, if they go home, the Justice League could very well be erased. But they might not have a choice, because the true darkness, the true Dark Army, it has landed on Earth Zero, led by Pariah, DC's worst villains to ever be created. They are here, and they are going to destroy everything. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, I know a lot of people have said that they have crisis burnout, and I get that to a certain extent. I get that. I understand it. There has been crisis after crisis. We've gotten to the point where it's like once a year at this point. And they do take up quite a few months of everything that is currently ongoing in comics. But I do have to say that I thoroughly enjoy everything that is happening with Dark Crisis. I do think it is a fun event. I think opening up the Omniverse was absolutely amazing. Using Pariah as more as the harbinger of death to bring the great darkness upon everybody. I think this is a really great way to close out the Infinite Crisis storyline, if you will, because this is something that has affected the DC universe for decades now. And I think this event, I'm hoping that this event will finally bring an end to any kind of crisis on Infinite Earth or crisis, Dark Crisis, whatever it may be. Now, that's not to say that we're not going to have catastrophic world-ending events, but I'm hoping that this is going to solidify the Omniverse, the Infinite Earths, that after this, there will be no more changing it. And while we know most of our heroes are probably going to survive this event, you have to sit here and wonder, how could they possibly take on the Great Darkness when the Great Darkness has people like Darkseid as its freaking puppet? From Darkseid to Necron to freaking Doomsday himself. Like, these are very, very powerful individuals that have taken on the Justice League by themselves for years. And now they're wanting us to believe that somehow, some way, our heroes might be able to survive this. The only thing that I can see that would truly change the outcome of this battle would be the Source. And we have seen recently that John Stewart does have a connection to it. Now being one of the Ascended, he has like a direct power link to the Source. So it is a possibility that John Stewart could be the saving grace of this event. We also see that Superman appears to be at his top peak performance, taking in crisis energy to himself, especially after everything that happened on Warworld. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to get caught up on everything going on with Dark Crisis, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything going on with this event. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers from $1 to $50. From loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel in tremendous ways, you are also getting a ton of perks in the same time. Now, if you can't do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.